Hey there, guys. Welcome to another action figure review. And it's the Magnificent Seven. And yes, as you could see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 figures. I'm going to review 7 figures today. Hopefully, it's not too long of a video. They all come from the G.I. Joe Classified line. They're all G.I. Joe. There are no members of Cobra to speak of in this assortment of figures that I'm going to review. And I'd say I got a nice little mixture of different types of characters. I do say so myself. And we're going to kick it right off the bat with number 46. Sergeant Stalker, also known as Lonzo Wilkinson. Don't ask how I remember that name. But as you can see, he comes from the old packaging in the line. And yeah, they don't have this blue, red, and yellow packaging anymore. I'm gonna open him up, and yeah, we're gonna take a good look at this figure and see what I like about him. Okay, let's open him up. Okay. Here we go. Here goes nothing. Whoa, and I guess his little, kind of like wrap vesting that would have gone right here. It's nice artwork. Looks pretty standard though, to be quite honest with you. It's nothing special. Except for the packaging. Let's get him out. If I remember correctly, he was released at around the same time that both Dusty and Zorana was released, and this is a good look at the figure right here. Nice use of camo apps. There's a lot of pouches on him. There's a lot of ways to store his accessories. Of course, he comes with like these both hands are trigger hands. Nice use of olive green on him. His face sculpt, I kind of do agree with the consensus. I've heard that he looks way older than he should be. Yeah, is this a paint? No, he actually has a scar running through the side of his head. That's not on the other side. I thought it was like maybe a paint app mistake, but no, it's pretty good. Obviously, we're going through all the articulation points. We already know the double jointed elbows, the wrist rotation, the hinge, bicep cut, butterfly joints. It's all here. Yep, it's all here. Great splits, thigh cut, double jointed, boot. It's all accounted for. Accessories wise, he comes with this beret. I'm hoping the beret fits him better than it did on old Shipwreck, and it seems to be fitting him really well and snug. Let's put this. He comes with a bunch of accessories. I think I might have to remove. This belt. He actually comes with a lot more accessories than I think would do him right. If I were to be honest with you guys. But yeah, nice, snug, and just a nice assortment of weapons. Really nice assortment of weapons. It comes with like pistol with a silencer, like a backpack to holster the gun, 2 machine guns, a knife, and like even this. It's like a clip, clip on. I'm pretty sure one of the machine guns. So it comes jam packed with a lot of accessories, and it's great. Let's get all his stuff out. See, that's one of his machine guns. I'm pretty sure it's cut like that, so you're able to put more, you're able to holster it inside like the pouches. Look at that nice looking pistol right there. Actually comes jam-packed with a lot of stuff. I'm quite impressed. Here's the other gun. This is kind of... They just drenched the tape on top of all these things. But there you go. This other clip. I'm pretty sure... I'm pretty sure you could attach... Combine this to the machine gun. Or is it the other one? Ooh. No, it's pegged in a way. Actually, yeah, it's pegged in a way that it'll only fit certain things. So this one, for instance. So for example, let's see that right there could work. Then, for example, this one right here. It's kind of splotchy, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna attach to it right as so. I'm actually having a hard time pegging this in, and I'm not trying to break it either. Unless I'm wrong about how it's supposed to. I might be wrong, actually. I might be wrong about how these things could peg in. Because this one like pegs in like that. So I guess this one's going to fit right here. Yep. And there you go. Not bad. Not bad at all. Let's attach all the stuff. All the stuff should fit him. So for example, the pistol right here. Silencer right there. See? And of course, the extra rifle. Right here, should holster right here in the back like that. And that, of course, means only this weapon will be attached like that. Oof. Nice figure, nice looking figure. A bit too plain for my tastes. I do think though that you could probably find them below retail right now, and he does complete the Joes pretty well. And I'd say if you guys are able to find him for, the probably like $12 to $15, he is worth it. With that price in mind, he does get a 7.5 out of 10. Not a bad figure at all. So that's it for Stalker. And we're going to move on to the next figure. And that's going to be Bazooka. David L. Bazooka Katzenbogen. Number 52. And this, of course, is a much more recent figure, as you could tell by the fact that all the accessories are shown, but not that further on, because I think if it was much more newer, you would actually see the accessories right here on the sides. So slowly but surely, as you can see, slowly but surely the packaging on the line is evolving. So as nice as the drawings are on the figures, it's like, well, there's no consistency between the line. You get me? There's no consistency between the figures and the line. And yeah, just looks bad, of course. Here is his foot locker. It's going to include all his accessories. And here is the figure itself. And yeah, I like the paint job on him, the jersey. Not sure if he's a New England Patriots or a Buffalo Bills fan. Those seem to be the colors shared by, or New York Giants, but New York Giants don't wear red as a primary color. And if we're going by the 80s, it should be New England Patriots. So what, he's an old school Patriots fan or something. But yeah, I do like how much character all these G.I. Joe figures have. You know, this guy, obviously he's called Bazooka. He uses a bazooka, but his personality is obviously football based. I don't know if this was before or after Refrigerator Perry got his figure made. And you know what, despite the paint app deco being like right up in the center and obviously gonna break the not the mold, it's gonna break kind of like the cohesion between the number. He's an okay figure. Paint apps wise, they kind of look kind of messy though, I'm not gonna lie, on the figure. But all besides that, he is a big beefy guy. Great articulation on him. I don't think he uses much from Stalker. He has bigger legs, so that's always good to see. He's also on butterfly joints. This belt piece is good. Of course, hinge, rocker. Yeah, he seems to have everything. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah. Waist cut. I was looking at that waist cut. So yeah, I like the look of the figure. Great face sculpt. Kind of a messy job though on the jersey, so that's gonna knock it down a few points. And his accessories should be a big bazooka, a helmet, a backpack, and a bunch of missiles. So let's open that up. Here is his helmet. Bam. His big bazooka. Not bad. Of course, the backpack. And I think it's very reminiscent of like G.I. Joe, you know, like the old G.I. Joe figures, like the 3 3/4. How they have. Now, does the missile attach in any way, shape, or form? And it does. They do. Nice. It's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure that the warheads will attach as well, like as so. Fucking nuclear fallout warhead stuff right there. This one has a like a tiger hawk design drawn on it. That's pretty cool. The planes, like the Sergeant Savage and the Screaming Eagles plane type of design. Very World War II-esque, so that's pretty good. That shows a lot of character. And of course you attach, you could could strap it on. Now I'm thinking, oh, okay. Does it peg at the bottom? Or does it peg like that? I don't think it would peg like that. It should peg like that from the handle. There you go. That's pretty cool. Double jointed. You know, and all these figures are pinless. So both Sergeant Stalker and Bazooka is pinless. No big complaints on this figure. No. I'd say just a jersey, but you know, just a jersey. Actually, this line is painted cleanly. It's like just a little bit of messy paint job right here. And I don't know if that's how the number's supposed to look. Maybe it's just worn out. Like maybe it's just like a screen printed like number, and it's wearing off because he's been wearing this jersey a lot. But I do like how they have that seam, that seam line for like jerseys, like it's professionally made and stuff. Even though it's plastic, it's not an actual jersey material. So yeah, I'm conflicted with this figure. You know, I think he is worth the price, but I'm still gonna have to give him, you know, I think just because of the poor paint apps on mine, I would have given him an 8, but I'm also gonna give him a 7.5. He would have been better than Lonzo, in my opinion, just because he has a lot more personality. But that kind of got squandered. With him, you know, just missing a few things that I would deem essential. But that's just my opinion on it. Moving on to Spirit. And this is probably the oldest figure I have. He was released around the time of, I think it was the Cobra Trooper and Storm Shadow. And, well, he's the oldest figure I'm going to review now, because I actually do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and those are probably going to get their reviews later on. I don't know. I'm going to just be honest with you guys. I'm really on the fence as to whether I should open up the Duke, you know, like the early wave Duke. And for sure I'm going to open up Cobra Commander, but I don't know, because I know they already announced like the Retro Duke and the Retro Scarlet, so I'm on the fence about opening those, you know. I just feel like, well, I'm already going to get retro versions of them, and I could just leave those in the packaging. And wow, he actually comes with like eagle wings as well for Spirit. Spirit is the name of the eagle. Pretty cool. Let's take a look at Spirit first. Caw-caw, caw-caw. So obviously these wings are articulated, as his legs, as his head a bit. So that's pretty cool. Caw-caw, caw-caw. Obviously, rather than opening up his wings as so, you could just attach these wing pieces. Let the eagle soar. Let the eagle soar. Start putting these guys like right there. So let's see. Spirit Iron Knife transfers. And yeah, I know for a fact that the reason they put both Spirit and Storm Shadows, because despite the great rivalry that's been built up between Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes, I think in the cartoon the rivals were actually Storm Shadow and Spirit. They had a few episodes in which they were either like direct rivals, and then they actually had to team up and stuff. I think they got lost in like the woods, or like not the woods, it was in ice. Was it the ice cap or something like that? I don't know. I don't remember G.I. Joe episodes that well, but yeah. Nice face sculpt on Spirit. He does seem to have a much better, cleaner paint job. He does have little gold accents, which I do appreciate. He actually has like this blue comic that all the modern G.I. Joe figures have. He actually has like all these symbols, like just like the original figure does. Yeah, and articulation wise, He has everything that you would expect from the Joe. You know, the bicep cut, the double jointed elbows, the butterfly joint, the double jointed knees, the thigh cut, the waist rotation, the ab crunch. Everything's here. He is though pinned, so you could see the pins right here on his sides and on his sides. But I don't think they interfere too much with the sculpt. He looks pretty excellent. Head sculpt looks fantastic as well, in my humble opinion. There you go. There it is. And yeah, and the accessories he comes with do not disappoint. He also comes with a backpack, and it actually has a little perch. The backpack has a little perch, so Spirit could peg on. He actually has peg holes right here at the bottom, so you can see Spirit could perch on the back of his backpack, as so. I think he could also perch right here on this gauntlet, right here on the side. So that's pretty cool. And he also comes with this gun. I don't think, you know what's odd? He comes with this sniper rifle, but he actually doesn't come with like the arrow gun or the arrow cartridges. And I think maybe this is when they were still in the crossroads of like whether they want to make like modern versions of G.I. Joe figures, or, you know, I think this is where they're like both the crosswords of like, well, we're gonna make them retro modern and not full on modern, full on retro. And now I think they're going back to like just full on retro. And look at this knife, very significant, like very reminiscent of the figure, like the ceremonial knife. He actually does have yet another knife, like a little. Does it attach? Because I think the original figure actually had like a little knife that could attach. It doesn't seem to, so he has two knives. He has like a ceremonial knife. Sorry about that, Spirit. He actually has like a ceremonial knife and then just a regular knife. And I thought I would have figured his backpack, you know, his backpack actually has like these pouches right here, and I'm pretty sure if you were to open them up, that's where he has the arrows, because I think he has like an arrow weapon. At least I know for a fact that his 25th anniversary figure had like the arrows that opened up, you know. And of course he came with the pistol. So I think it's a perfect compromise of like both looking retro with obviously his look, but obviously still looking modern just with the little extra added things. But I kind of do wish he would have came with like his little crossbow, not his crossbow, like an electric bolt guns, you know, and he actually shoots like these arrow bolts from it. But other than that, the figure looks fine. I think the most impressive thing for me is obviously going to be Spirit. I mean, not Spirit, Freedom. No, Spirit, Iron Knight. I think it's Freedom. My bad. I've been calling the Eagle Spirit this whole time. Spirit is this guy, and Eagle. And the Eagle is Freedom. So let's get the little wings out of here. Flap your wings, get your eagle on, girl. Flap your wings, get your eagle on, girl. You guys remember that song? Or am I just dating myself again? There you go. I don't even know how the wings are supposed to go now. I'm confused. So I think the wings are supposed to go like that. So yeah, I'm actually really impressed with the Eagle more than anything. But great job, great effort. Does look Native American. I like the figure a lot. I'm gonna give him an 8 out of 10. Bam. Moving on, we're gonna take a look at Outback, Stuart Outback Selkirk. Obviously, he is the survivalist, as you could tell by his shirt that says survival on it. He comes jam-packed with accessories as well. So I'm gonna take a look at him. Let me just put away Spirit's stuff. go. Opening him up. See, and this is where it kind of gets weird with the art. I'm glad that they do unique art for all of them, but you know, some artwork is better than others, if I do say so myself. That's just my opinion. Let's get Outback out. Back out. Outback out. So we're gonna get him out. Back out. These twist ties, man. But hey, I'm trying to save the environment. Wow, and he's... I don't know if that's practical. He actually has like a knife holster all the way down here. Unless, yeah, and it's actually attached. Is it attached to his boots? Is that how the figure is? Yes, that is how the figure is. Okay. He has hairy arms, really red hairy arms. So that's something there. It's his survival shirt. It's obviously like, yeah, it's not a definitive white. It's kind of like an off-white, like a yellowish color. Red beard. Nice hair sculpt. Kind of stiff looking figure, though. I think this is kind of getting in the way. Bicep cut. I think I just need to break it in. Oof, yeah, he feels a bit on the stiff side. I think it has a lot to do with like this vest that's on him. Ab crunch, turn, yep. Uh-oh. Watch out right there. I think you're gonna have to like hold it. Pinless body, double jointed. Oof. He actually feels really wonky. I'm not sure if it's just the use of the plastics on the figure. Boot cut. Yeah, everything's there. Yeah, he feels weird. He definitely feels weird. I don't know. He's not as limber, like joint wise. And I don't know if it has a lot to do with just the sculpted straps that he has on, or that's just how my figure came. But there's something bad with him. I really want to like the figure, but right now it's not helping me at all. Yeah, it's not helping me right now. It feels weird from like this area. Like, I don't know if you guys could see it. Like, I don't know if you guys could see it, but like when I try to lift his arm, like a lot of the pressure gets added here to like the bicep. I think it might have a lot to do with like the sculpted on bicep cut right here. But yeah, it's just really odd in this general area. See, it's bending rather than just going straight up with me. It's giving me like a hard time. See, it's giving me like a hard time to like bend them. And yeah. I think that's the only negative mark on this figure. But it looks like I could easily like break off the joints. I don't think they could break off completely. I think they'll just come apart. But that's still kind of a bad thing, you know. You never want to have any like friction between your figure and yourself. Nice looking shovel right there. I think the new Duke is gonna come, like the retro Duke is gonna come with that. Wow, look at this, is a big backpack. Okay looking gun. Survival knife, of course you call that a knife, and it's warped, of course. Of course it would be warped. A small little pistol. See, now they're going back to like most of the other pistols that I've seen right now, and all these other figures, they actually look like pistols. Now this is like going back to like that Nerf gun thing that they have going on. What the heck? Like a camera? Is this like a camera? Like a scope? Like a camera or something? Yeah, it's like a scope. Like a reader or something. I'm gonna have to like observe the accessories. Yeah, it's like a magnifying reader glass stuff. But at least everything is there. But yeah, from the torso, he feels odd, and especially around the oh my god, holy shit. Yeah, this figure is just way off. Look at this. Look at this. There's already like a lot of stress. There's a lot of stress on this little peg already. And I'm just trying to get it inside the hole. This... oh my god. Oh, I'm sorry. I should be showing you guys this, but I'm actually quite nervous. Maybe just... yeah, this... oh my god. This is not the business. This really isn't the business. I really wanted to like this figure. I really wanted to like this Outback figure, but it's giving me a hard time. And I'm just... okay. So the backpack's stuck. I'm gonna... this is... I don't feel safe removing... I don't feel safe removing that backpack. I feel like that peg hole is could remove it, like could be removed at any second. So I think this is gonna stay with him for the time being for good. But yeah, this is a really badly made figure. I tried giving it a shot. I tried giving it multiple chances, and no, sorry, this figure just let me down. And it happens, you know, it happens. So bam. So I guess this is gonna touch, yeah, like I guess this is like a telescope, or like, you know, like one of those extendable telescopes to be able to like look into there. I already put the shovel there. And I guess this clips on to the back. To this is a banana clip, not a banana clip, but this is just a gun clip for this right here. And yeah, this figure's something else, man. I'm not gonna lie, this figure is something else. Oh, gun. Okay. So the knife is gonna go all the way down here. Oof, no wonder it's warped. There. And of course the gun is gonna go right here. The Nerf gun. Then you're gonna attach. Oh man. I guess like that. There you go, that's him. But all around, I don't know. It let me down, man. The fact that I can't even like have like him stretch out his arms like that fully, or even his legs, and I think it is just due to this. See, I think it is just due to this right here, just like this. Kind of looks like Chuck Norris now that I think about it. But yeah, yeah, I really wanted to like this Outback figure, but I'm thinking he's probably gonna be the least scored figure, the least scored figure on this review. I'm gonna have to give him a 6.5 out of 10. Oh my god. See, I'm trying to put this backpack back on. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. So yeah, this guy gets a 6.5 out of 10. I will say, Jesus Christ, if I hadn't had these other great figures, I think I would have been turned off by the line already again. The first time I got turned off by this line is because they were so hard to find, especially like those Cobra Island figures, like the Firefly, the Major Blood. And I still don't have those figures. I probably will have the Version 2 version of the Firefly soon. Or Firefly, I should say. But yeah, and I mean, I still like 3 3/4 Joes. I'm still collecting those as well, but you know, it's just the fact that it seemed like Hasbro was going all out with this new line, and it is impressive. It is impressive, but yeah, wow, that caught me by surprise. I expected more. So far 7.5, 8, 6.5. Now we're going with nice, thanks Dusty. Now we're going with the Desert Operative. Now this backpack right here feels good. Now we're going with the Desert Operative Dusty. Of course, the old packaging shows up again, released around the same time as Stalker. I have Butterfingers now. Nice drawing, nice painting on him. But still, it's like different styles, different packaging. I want to say that I'm trying to collect these, like keep these boxes, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure in time I'm just gonna like give up, you know, not bother anymore. Of course, Dusty also has a whole, like a knife holster down there. And he feels sturdier, more ways than one than Outback. That's good. Having trouble though. There we go. I think it's just working the joints. I might have to like run. I might have to run Outback through like warm water and see if that loosens it up in the arms. But I'm reviewing it as it came out to me, so I can't complain I gotta review it how it arrived to me, and that, you know, sometimes the figure comes good, sometimes the figure comes bad. I can't be the one to complain. And give it a second shot. Maybe, you know, hopefully you guys get this figure. It's a better experience, you know. Outback. Dusty so far feels good though. Everything on him is like the standard. This is like one solid piece. This is meant to emulate like the bottom of his shirt. That's pretty cool. Ab crunch, pinless body as well, as long with also like Outback. But look, this is my issue. Is like Outback has such a hard time going into this, and like look, you guys see what I'm showing you guys, right? Like with Outback, there's a lot of stress applied right here. Like when I'm trying to put him up, look, this just goes up like that. But Outback is like this happens right here, and I'm like, it shouldn't be like that. Tador, G.I. Joe, American flag, like the desert camel on him. He also, I think all these G.I. Joes come with like big fat backpacks. Let's see how the peg fits on this guy. See, look, it's not giving me too much of a, see, this didn't give me any problem like that backpack. So I don't know if it was just a difference in plastic. Maybe poor plastics were used to make that figure. But look, Dusty is not giving me any problems at all. Comes with this pair of goggles right here. Of course, the goggles could attach to him. Pretty sure they could attach to him. They're meant to like stretch down and attach to him. And there's also like a bigger, longer pair of goggles, and those are meant to attach to this kind of like helmet that he has right here. So, and as you can see right there. And someone taught me a trick. Someone said you could rest the goggles on him and put them on, as a matter of fact, put them on back. Whoa. Put them on backwards, as so. And then this is actually going to fit a bit more snug. And they're right. Boom. Comes like this machine gun on a tripod, and it is articulated, so that's pretty cool. See, oh, this figure is giving me zero problems after the nightmare that was the Outback figure. Oh, I dropped it. Dropped the gun. It's okay. It's okay. We're almost there. We're almost done. Fell, but so this piece does come apart, but you could always just reattach it. As simple as so. Bam. Okay. There we go. Yeah. I'm kind of worried about the finger. Kind of worried about this finger. Like, I'm trying to put it inside the trigger compartment. See, then okay. Just, I don't know, just felt like it was gonna come apart. Yeah. And of course, my knife. Oof. No, I did not do that intentionally because I hate the Outback figure. I don't hate the Outback figure. I'm actually really disappointed. I really wanted to like that figure. And it's just the articulation, at least on mine, sucks. But then I'm probably going to run him through some warm water. Not hot water, just some warm water. And I'm hoping that's going to solve all his issues. And of course, Dusty's, this is also a clip for Dusty's gun. And it's going to attach to the back. So there's that. There you go. Okay. Great figure. I'm thinking this Dusty is my second favorite figure of this assortment. Obviously, I think Spirit is right now winning. So we're gonna give Dusty, though, a very close, competitive 8 out of 10, just like Spirit. Man, I will say though, one bad point is like I don't think he could have both the clip and his hand. It's not feasible to have him pose well with that and that. Okay, you could get off the floor now. Okay, and we're gonna put this stuff away. Moving on to number 6 from our Magnificent 7, and it's gonna be Rock and Roll. Craig Rock and Roll Mcconnell. I think him and Stalker were members of like the original line, meaning like when it debuted. I'm pretty sure at least Craig McDonald was. Rock and Roll for sure was part of the original line. I think originally he was just known as the guy with the big gun, and they've given him much more personality now. They obviously gave him like tattoos, hang 10 on his helmet, which is kind of like surfer-esque lingo. So he's a rocker that surfs, and that's always good. I will say all these 5 figures, they have all distinct personalities, and it actually just shows in without you reading anything on the character, without you knowing anything about the character, you could tell that they all have really distinct personalities right there, and I just dig that about G.I. Joe, you know. So Rock and Roll is 6'4", and Outback is 6'3", and 6.39. I forgot which figure last time around when I did my review. I forgot which figure was shorter than all the other ones, and I know I said I was gonna do a size comparison, and I kind of like half-assed it. So I'm gonna see if I could do a much better size comparison right now. At least bring out that other figure. I think it was the Grunt. Grunt was smaller than all the other figures. So yeah, really like this shade of green and this shade of green on Rock and Roll. Double jointed. Okay, everything. Boot cut. Nice bullet bracers. That's pretty Rock and Roll. Nice tats on the side. Stretch out. Stretch out. Butterfly joint. Feels really tight. Like that. Like that. Everything good. Everything good on this figure. See? See? It's just so disappointing how Outback was. But anyways. Moving on. Let's take a look at Rock and Roll's accessories. Boy, does he have a doozy of them. Nice tattoo work on his arm as well. Wow, look at all this. So I think this is the first classified figure that I've done that actually has alternate hands. So besides the 2 trigger finger hands, he also has both punching hand, like a gripping fist hand, and also this devil horns sinus heavy metal hand. Of course, I'm going to give him that. Of course, it pegs off like a Marvel Legend. And it pegs on like a Marvel Legend right there. Rock and Roll. Of course, he also comes with this helmet. It says hang 10 on the helmet. Right there. Looks cool with the helmet. This is, whoa, what the heck? Is this part of the gun? I think, no, I think this is just to like protect the gun. Bam, like that. So they wouldn't break apart. Nice Nice. I think it's an M60, right? I think it's an M60 machine gun. I think. Not positive, but I'm pretty sure it's something to that effect. And it looks cool. It's a very cool gun. It's a walkie-talkie, a gun, another like gun piece for the other side. And what is this for? Oh, I guess it's just like a little barrel to like hold it in, because it actually shows it right there. So it's like that. Holster the gun on. Where would the knife attach? Now I'm trying to figure out where the knife would go. He actually has a bunch of pouches. Wow, he has a bunch of pouches. Oh, okay, so I'm thinking this comlink thing, right? Yeah, attaches to him right here in the back. So there's that. Okay. I guess I thought this was weird. But like, trying to see where this would attach, and I guess it would attach right here, right? Yeah. I guess this is where it would go. And there you go. This does keep slipping off, though. I will say that. But with all due respect, I actually do like this rock and roll figure. And as you can see, size comparison wise, well, let's take out, was it Shipwreck? No, I think it was Grunt. That was the smallest one. Let's take out the other guys. Okay, so as you can see, there is a size differential. Might be Kamakura actually, that was the smallest one. But look, as you can see, you stand them side by side. And yeah, the guy that was almost 6 feet is being dwarfed by the guy that is over 6 feet. Same thing with Shipwreck. See what I mean? So they're all in pretty good scale. I actually own a pre-opened Snake Eyes, so it's amazing to think this is my Joe team so far. Well, I am missing one guy, but before I do that, Rock and Roll gets he gets an 8 out of 10. An 8 out of 10. We're gonna open up the big guy, Gung-Ho, in his retro packaging. And I guess that's our main event. I do like the retro line for G.I. Joe. I think they need to make more, and they're already bringing us more with Scarlet and Duke, but I think so far they've done Commando Snake Eyes, they've done Destro, they've done the Baroness, they've done Lady J, and I think Gung-Ho, and the Cobra Trooper, and that's been it. And I just feel they're missing out on a lot more figures right now. So let's just move these guys out of the way for now. As you can see, they are sized differently. So that's always cool. Obviously, Bazooka is way taller than everyone else right now, standing at close to 6'4". Outback should be taller as well, and he is. Meanwhile, like Snake Eyes right here, he's on the smaller side. Not sure if that has anything to do with scaling, or that's just how it is. But of course, main event time. And G.I. Joe, nice looking retro card for Gung-Ho. Obviously, they had to alter the symbol right here because this is supposed to be the Marine symbol. He's supposed to be a Marine, but both the tattoo and the hat have an altered symbol, something that's close to it, but not really it. Of course, his name is Etienne R. Lafitte. He's his role is a Marine. His primary military specialty is Recondo. Secondary specialty is jungle warfare. His birthplace is Fur-de-Lance, Louisiana. And it says, born into a large back swamp Cajun clan, Gung-Ho won a reputation as a bare-knuckle brawler. Joined the Marines at 18 and graduated top of class from boot camp. And rol Marine, discipline militar principal, Recondo, discipline secundaria, guerra de jungle, Leo de Nacients, Fur-de-Lance, Louisiana. Role, primares militar, specialización, aflazo, rol, marine, especialidad principal, reconocimiento de avanzada, especialidad secundaria, guerra en la selva, lugar de nacimiento, Fur-de-Lance, Louisiana. I like how they spell it right here like that. Nacido en el seno de un numeroso clan cajún de Pantano, Gung-Ho se ganó una reputación de pendenciero. Se alistó en los marines, se alistó en los marines a los 18 años y se graduó como el mejor de su clase. And of course, as I mentioned, the Baroness, Lady J, Destro, and so far those have been the Commando Snake Eyes and the Cobra Trooper. Oh, and Storm Shadow. I think Storm Shadow has a retro, but I think you can't even tell it apart from like the actual like release that came with like the same line as the Spirit Iron Knife. So there's that. So let's open him up. The only way. Whoa! I was gonna cut him. Sorry, Gung-Ho. I was gonna cut you open. I was gonna slice him open. Oh, oof! I think I did hit the base though. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is a disaster. This is a disaster. Let me see if I could slice it open a bit better. There. See if I could salvage this. Okay. Thinking I could salvage this better. Okay, right there, like that. Boom. Stand doesn't have a name on it, no nameplate. I'm gonna cut this better later on, but I really do like these retro cards, even though they're kind of flimsy. Sorry about that. Rock and roll for knocking down your gun. But wow, this guy lives up to the name. Once again, size comparison. Look at how big this guy is compared to like other Joes. Even Barbecue has to look up to this guy. So Gung-Ho is also like one of the bigger Joes in the series. Of course, he more than lives up for it. There's one right there. With this backpack. Articulation wise, he does have everything that we've expected from the line and more. Nice. Everything good. Boot cut. Yep. That's kind of odd, but still. Everything good. Everything easy peasy on this guy. Oof, that was bad, but okay. And I will say, I know they went for the retro look with this guy, and I appreciate the retro coloring. Kind of wish they would have kept some of the things from the original release, from the standard release. The standard release had a lot like elbow pads and like gauntlets and like just adornments like that, and I think they would have benefited this Gung-Ho having them as well. He is missing a few things, but some of the things that they took out I do appreciate. Like, for instance, the head sculpt. This is a much more Gung-Ho head sculpt, just being purely bald. I know the other one, the reimagined one, the modern one, they were going for like a Chuck Liddell kind of like mohawk look, and I'm glad that they took that off from the Gung-Ho. And even the hat, oh, I almost tripped. And even the hat, this is a lot closer to the Gung-Ho hat from the series. I know the other one was kind of like just like a cap, you know. And let's see, snug fit for Gung-Ho. Comes with this machine gun and this pistol and this knife. Actually, it's not a machine gun, it's more like a shotgun, and it actually has a strap. And it's actually colored differently. As you can see, there's a slight difference in the color shading of the strap for this guy. So, boom. Pistol, see, much more just normal looking pistol, not like the Nerf gun that Outback has. And it holstered on perfect. Of course, this guy also has what is it with the G.I. Joes carry knife sheaths in their foot? Like, it's pretty dangerous, you know. I mean, it's pretty impractical. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to reach down there to like pull out your knives in like the heat of battle. But what do I know, man? I have no military training. Shit. There you go. This cannot be removed. These shotgun shells cannot be removed. But he does have this cool shotgun, and yeah. I guess there's nowhere to store it. On the backpack, there's nowhere to store the shotgun. Let's see how the backpack pegs on, though. See, no problem. Only Outback's backpack gave me a big hard time, and this one didn't. Neither did Dusty's. And there you go, Gung-Ho, classic Gung-Ho. And I gotta say, this figure, it's gonna be between him and Spirit for like my favorite figure out of the sort. Him, Spirit, and Rock and Roll were probably the best figures, but just for consistency's sake, I'm gonna have to give it to Spirit Iron Knife. He's probably my favorite figure here, but Gung-Ho gets an 8 out of 10 as well, so there's that. So yeah, and that does it for the review. As you can see, all my Hero Joes right there. One last look at them. Thanks guys for sticking around for close to an hour and watching me unbox action figures. As always, peace and love. Hope you guys keep watching the reviews. I'll keep on making them, and yo Joe, lates.